Hello, everybody. Thank you. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate your time. And my pledge to you on this Results Mastery Live session is to do my best to make sure that you get the best return on your investment from being here. I'm live today on LinkedIn, Facebook, and on YouTube. We're streaming live right across those platforms, and I think it's just fantastic that we can do that. You know, I'm old enough, I've been around a long time now, 28 years, and I can remember if I wanted to get a marketing message out to 1,000 people, that involved 1,000 stamps, 1,000 envelopes, and 1,000 letters being printed out on my printer in my office. You know how the world has changed, and will continue to do so. You know, we got Chat GPT and all things AI at the moment. It seems as though there's a new something every week almost. It's just unbelievable the amount of new information and ideas and software and things are happening. But today we're here to talk about innovate or stagnate. That's the subject of the talk that I'm delivering today. I hope that you enjoy it and benefit from it. Like most things, you know, it's not actually turning up here that's going to make a difference in your business. It's what you do with what you learn that makes a difference. If you go away from here and think, oh, that was interesting, and don't do anything, it's not going to make any difference to your business. So, I really want to just stress that, because I'm all about taking action, improving people's results. That's what I've been doing now for 28 years, helping them to make more money, more easily, more often. And ultimately, that's what marketing's all about. So that said, innovate or stagnate. Let's just talk about stagnating right now. Here's the truth. There's been a saying around for many, many years that if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you've always got. I'm sure you've heard that many times. The truth of the matter is that's no longer the case. It is no longer the case that if you always do what you've always done, then you won't even get what you've always got. That's what's going to happen. You're going to stagnate. You're going to fall behind. No longer is it acceptable to say things like, well, I don't understand LinkedIn. You know, SEO, well, I've heard of it, but I don't know how to. Have you done any of it? No, we've not done anything. You know, it is no longer acceptable. And when I say that, I mean, as somebody who's trying to advise you and help you to grow your business, I've got to say, you cannot say that. You can't just go, oh, well, I'll get an SEO company in, because you don't know enough to know what good looks like. Are they a good company or a bad one? Well, you don't know, because you don't understand what you're buying, and you don't understand the results that they're going to get for you, and so on and so forth. So, this, I think, is so incredibly important to you. Now is the time. Now is the time to take action. If you keep doing the same old stuff, and when I say that, I see so many people telling me I'm on LinkedIn, but I don't do very much. Facebook's not for business. Google AdWords, and I've tried that, and that was a waste of money. Facebook, I've tried Facebook advertising. I spent a $5 boosting a post once, and it didn't really work, so I've not done that again, and so on and so forth. If you're not putting any time, money, and effort into doing things like, search engine optimization, so that when somebody goes to Google, they find you rather than the competitor, then for me, it's just costing you money. It's costing you leads, it's costing you sales, and your business is not a success as it could be because of those factors. If you don't have a referral marketing system in your business, then you're probably going to stagnate. You may not win as much business as you used to from word of mouth. So, stagnating is not where we want to be, is it? Let's face it. If you're listening to this, I'm assuming you're here because you want to do better. Why else would you be here? I can't see a reason. So, make sure that you're not stagnating. So, what does this word innovate then imply? I'm not quite sure what the dictionary definition of it, but what it means to me is changing things to improve results. That's ultimately what it is for me, anyway. It's innovating, it's changing little things, tweaking, changing here. And often in business, the difference between success and failure is that big. It really is. It's like if you're poor in the way that you run your business, or poor in your marketing, or poor at selling, what sort of rewards do we get for being poor? Well, my belief is we don't get poor rewards, we get pain. We go 8 out of 10 businesses go bust within 5 years. Why is that? Lack of sales. That's why that is. They're not selling enough. If you were selling enough and it was profitable enough, you won't go out of business. But you're not focusing on marketing. It's as simple as that. I asked a bunch of people this morning, how often have you posted on social media this month? And it was deplorable, to be honest. One guy, in fact, several guys actually said, not at all. I'm not doing anything. I said, why is that? Well, I just haven't had time. And that's just, quite frankly, bullshit excuse for not being bothered to market your business. That's going to cost you nothing other than a little bit of time. So anyway, let's talk about innovation. So innovation, the process of improving things. Now, clearly, we can't improve everything, but we need to. We need to improve every single element of our business. A bit like being in sport. Some of you know I used to play table tennis at an international level. And when you play table tennis, if you think about all the different things that go into that, you need to improve perhaps your equipment, the bat that you use, the rubber that's on there, maybe the grip, small alterations might make a difference. Certainly your forehand and your backhand and your footwork and your overhead smashing, the touch so that you can caress the ball, your return of serve and your everything. Now, it's the same, I believe, in terms of business. You take one element of it, for example, finance. What do you need to improve there? Well, it might be your invoicing, your speed of invoicing, your following up to make sure you're getting paid, your understanding of your profitability of the business, your knowledge of the numbers that surround that, not only your turnover and your profit, but the number of leads you're generating, how many people are coming to your website, what is your meeting conversion rate from, if you get 20 leads, how many meetings does that equal? If it equals 15, then how many of those meetings turn into sales? These are your, I suppose they're your marketing numbers, but they're also financial numbers that sit behind the main numbers about how much profit you've made. What's your knowledge like of reading and understanding a balance sheet or a cash flow forecast? Have you got one of those? People go, no, I haven't got a cash flow, can't say a cash flow process. I've not got one of those, Steve. Oh, well, why not? Don't you want to know how much business you're going to get in there? Well, I've not had time. And the truth of the matter is that's a mental thing. In other words, we're putting up excuses for our lack of professionalism in our business. And I say that I don't wish to be harsh, but I'm just being real based on 28 years of experience of doing this and knowing what you need to do in order to improve, which I do. Now, you take the finance. What about marketing? Well, that's a whole can of worms, isn't it? There's a whole range of things that you need to improve there. If I just took your website, there's two keys to website success. One is traffic, the other is conversion. Let's just take conversion. What do you need to do? What innovation do you need to do on your homepage of your website to improve the number of leads that you get? Because if you're like most businesses that I see, they don't get any leads. They don't get any leads from their website. Why is that? Because they're doing nothing to drive traffic and the conversion rate is rubbish. So they don't get any leads from it. So what could you do? You could change the headline. The headline's the advert for the advert or the advert for the web page. You could add video. You could change the video. You could change the words on the page. And these are all little innovations that often make a massive difference. I had one client, you probably saw in that introduction with those slides that I showed you. I got them to change the words, the headline on their advert from promoting the company, brand awareness, to making people realize what it was their product did for them, not how great their product was, what was the result that their product achieved. I changed I think I added about 8 words and made them £5 million within 2 months. 5 million quid took me 10 minutes to figure out. I say that not to impress you, but to impress upon you the power of this, what I'm talking about right now. In other words, innovation, right? Changing stuff in order to improve it. You could change the pictures. You could change the fact that there are no testimonials on your website, or perhaps there are written testimonials that you need to improve because they're like, SM from Newbury said, rather than Steve Mills, managing director of Crofton Limited, said this, and I'm willing to put my name behind it. Or even better still, there's a video with a video testimonial on it. What about the call to action? Where's your call to action? I see so many websites that don't even have a call to action. Give me a break. And if they do, they're way down the bottom, right down the bottom of the page where nobody gets to is the call to action. Why is that not at the top? Tell people what to do at the top of the page. Sign up here, apply here, book a meeting here, whatever it is they've got to do. So, that's really my message, I suppose. I don't want to go, I could spend all day doing this. I'm sure you realize, look at all your sales process. How do you ask for a referral? What's your system for getting testimonials? How do you manage your paid advertising? And what are you doing? What is there that you could innovate on that to improve the performance of each and every element of your business? Let's just to really finish this off. If you think about the 3 ways of growing a business, they are get more customers, increase the average transaction value, the average amount of money each time a customer buys from you, and increase the frequency of repurchase. We all know that the hardest thing to do is to get new customers. And yet I see so often small businesses are putting all their time, money, and effort into getting new customers and totally lacking and doing nothing in terms of maximizing the return on investment they get from their current customers. So what should they be doing? They should be looking at ways in which they can get more business from their current customers and looking at ways in which they can get their current customers to come back more often. That's it. I hope it's been of value to you. I really believe that if you implemented this, it'll be a great step forward. I also believe that if you were interested in signing up to my 12-month results mastery program, I can really have a profound effect on your business. I'm not talking about a 10% growth. I'm talking 50, 100, 200% growth in your business. Now, I want to be clear. I don't work with multi-million pound Vodafone type companies. I'm not going to double the size of Vodafone. But if you run a small business that's perhaps, it could be a startup. It could be you're turning over a few 100,000, perhaps a couple of million even, I can add a good percentage of increased profit to that with your help. I can't do it on my own, but I can definitely advise you and help you. Sign up to my program, book a meeting. See the link there scrolling away? Go to steve-mills.com, get yourself signed up to a meeting. You might want to take the first step as well by just joining my Results Mastery University. Same website, click on the university link. That'll give you access to a whole range of free stuff. So that's it. Thank you ever so much for listening. Don't forget, I do this every day. So hopefully we can speak tomorrow, and look forward to speaking again soon. Thank you.